Welcome to the show. The H-bomb in the lab, cook and feel on screen. Zesty vibes loud, turn cringe to a meme. All your filters off, it's a wild reveal. One edit from me and the fiction gets real. Play that tape.
Hope y'all ready to just chill because we got a while to chill. I'm in here early today. Usually I'm running late and I got a million things going on today. I actually was up a little early because my wife went to work. And she gets up early, and so I ended up getting up early. And basically I finished everything early. I came in here, I was like, wow, I just realized I've caught up on most stuff. There's a few other things I'd like to do. I would actually like to possibly even spruce up and update some more animations or add more animations to the streams, which I could do with sound effects. I got a few I'm thinking about. Perhaps a Sonic the Hedgehog one, perhaps maybe some classic Street Fighter ones, stuff like that. So I want to work on that. I haven't had a chance outside of that though. I'm pretty much, up to speed on everything that's going on. So I didn't have anything to really do this morning. I was like, oh, all right, well, we'll just start the stream early. We'll hang out longer because usually I'd start talking with you guys around 11:30. It's 11:17, so I guess we'll just hang out. How's my day been so far today, Kylo Ren? Pretty good. Like I said, I got up early because my wife had to get up early for work. So I was up early doing stuff around the house. Chores and, housekeeping stuff. And, the usual, shaved, showered, all that jazz. And got in here and realized, I was like, oh. I was like, oh, I don't really have anything extra to do today. The only thing that I want to work on is maybe some more animations. Taking out some of the older legacy animations and adding in newer ones. And I like the classic gaming stuff right now because you can put a sound effect for Mario, a sound effect for Sonic, and it's real fast. I like that. So I might do some more, but outside of that, that's the only thing I could think of that I want to improve. So I didn't really have much to do. I said, I'll just jump on the stream and talk with you guys this morning. Oh, Toasty Chestnuts was banned in May. You're complete. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. I banned someone in May. It's August. You're in the chat complaining and asking me to unban someone. Are you insane? No wonder I don't remember. How could I possibly remember? I don't remember what I did yesterday. You think I remembered a random ban that happened in May? What a ridiculous request. Send me money. You guys are so full of crap. You know that he probably has another account anyway. You're so full of baloney. Based in Red Pill to know that's never going to happen because we haven't talked about this in days, which I'm glad because it finally calmed down. So here's the deal. All right? Every year, Evo comes along. And every year, Evo weekend, which was not this weekend, but last weekend, so now it's old news. Every weekend, or every year, I'm like, if only LTG would stop being a bum and stop being an idiot and actually want to do business and actually want to create something on the internet that people actually want to see instead of the crap that he makes every day, he would come out of his shell and his little, safe space, and he would do some content with me. And we would do a set, like a challenge set, and it could be multiple fighting games, whatever. We could figure it out. We talk share, whatever, and the internet would love it. The internet would hype it up, because it's not just about the FGC. It's about outside of the FGC having that crossover appeal, and we would have crossover appeal into many, many different groups that people would really want to see this. It's already been showing you how people hyping it up. Oh my God, why do you think every time I tweet, I get hundreds of likes and retweets whenever this is, discussed, right? So every year, I tweet the guy or I talk about him, and every year he pussies out like a bitch, a complete bitch. He just wants nothing to do with it because he knows he's going to lose. It has nothing to do with the fact that, oh, it's a collab and you want my attention. I don't want his attention. I just want to beat his ass quickly and then be done with it and never speak about the guy again because he is a no-load loser. Alright? The only reason that I want to beat his ass so bad is because he's talked shit about me many, many years and I never said a word about him. And then when I finally clapped back, he ran away and hid like the bitch he is. He only talks shit when it's a safe space for him. But he never would come out of that little comfort zone to actually face the man in the game. Instead, he deflects and he says dumb shit like, oh, you need to bench or squat a certain amount of weight. You need to work on your sexy. What the fuck does this have to do with playing me in Street Fighter? Like, what? It's the biggest redirect pussy shit. It is. He just doesn't want to do it because he knows he will lose. It's that simple. There's no other reason. It's not that he's not going to make money. He's not going to get attention for himself. He's not going to get... It's because he's going to lose. It's another Visant situation. When Jay Snyder beat this man in that hyped match at that tournament, he crushed his fucking nuts so hard, he neutered this dude to the point where now this guy will not step up and face a real challenge. He'll only do things that are completely within his comfort zone safety. He knows he can win. He knows it's a controlled environment where he gets over. Then he'll do it. Outside of that, he will not take any challenge whatsoever. Okay? 0. So here's the point, alright? I want to challenge him in Street Fighter and beat him because all these years he always said he's better than me in everything, every aspect of life, Street Fighter and life, everything, right? So I've had enough, and 2 years ago I challenged him, and then last year again I brought it up, and now this year again I brought it up, and he just keeps pussying out. He will never accept it because he was a cowardly pussy who knows he cannot beat me in Street Fighter, period. There's no other reason, there's no other excuse. There's no reason for him to have, oh, you need to raise 5K, no, 30K, you need to bench, you need to lift, you need to do that. It's all excuses. That's all it is. A way for him to get out. There's no justification for it, okay? Now, you're saying, well, Hito Casino said that they'll put up the $5,000 to see this match happen. That doesn't help. The point is, he already said this, LTG already said this publicly. He said, give me 5K to do it because it's not a match, it's a collab. Because he doesn't want to actually play me for real. He wants to take a bag of money and run away with it and not care about the match. So if you just hand this man $5,000 to play me, I will decimate him and then he'll walk away and not care and say he threw it, but I made the money so I'm the winner. That's what he wants to do. He literally wants to make 5K for nothing. He does not deserve 5K for nothing, and that just undermines the point of the match. I want to beat him and prove that I'm better than him in Street Fighter to all the morons out there who think that I suck. I don't. I'm about maybe 10 times better than LTG in competitive fighting games. There are ones that he'll be better than me at, like Street Fighter 5 I never play, Street Fighter 4 I barely play. But if I were to practice in Street Fighter 6, I would beat him. And if I are all classic fighting games, I will defeat him. He can't beat me in any classics at all, okay? The only ones he could beat me are the ones he actively played a ton and I didn't. But anything that's equal ground, I will beat him. He sucks, okay? Now I want to prove that for all the shit that people have talked over the years. If I beat LTG, it's something to talk about. Maybe it'll put some more attention on my fighting game content for a little bit. Certainly it will give me some bragging rights. It'll give a lot of stuff going on, right? There you go. And it builds hype and it gets excitement and people will like the content. Like I said, I believe if we did this EVO weekend during EVO broadcasting, our stream of us playing would actually be a big event that would get tons of views. It would benefit us both. We'd both make big views, big money. It would be a good event for all of us involved, okay? It's a win-win, except he can't get over his ego that when I beat him, he can't take the loss. You understand? Just like when he lost to Jay Snyder, he never recovered. People, since then, he's been a joke. Because he is a joke. He sucks. He always has, you know? So he knows that he'll be another joke, like joke level 2. And people are like, well, he won't gain anything if he wins. What do you mean he'll gain the money? The point I'm making is if there's money put up, and we have this challenge, all right, he can win the money. So if there's going to be a situation here where I play LTG, it has to be this simple. Him versus me. And, you know, the winner wins a prize pot. That way, he has motivation to try to beat me. Do you understand? The problem is if you just do it and say, oh, just hand him the money. He won't try. He won't try to learn. He won't try to play or beat me. He'll just throw the match, take the money, and run away. Oh, who fucking cares about that? That'll literally be the most boring stream ever made. No one cares about seeing that. Everyone would feel cheated. The viewers would feel cheated. I would feel cheated. Chino Casino would feel cheated because it wasn't a real match. They just stole their money. We want a real match. That's what it has to be. It has to be he wins and beats me and he earns the money, right? Then we'll have a real entertaining event where there's stakes involved. He has to actually learn and adapt and play. then you'd have it, okay? But outside of that, he's never gonna do it because he knows he loses. It's that simple. He knows he can't win. So rather than just admit it, what he should do is to say, I don't want to play a competitive match because I'm washed. I don't actually play fighting games seriously enough to win. So therefore, I refuse the match, but he won't do that. Instead, his whole shtick is, oh, I'm good at fighting games, and, that's why I stream them 24/7. At like 8 out of 10 streams, he's playing fighting games, and he sucks. Wasn't there just a day he was playing, he went 11-34. 11-34. Tell me the last time that I played a fighting game and I went 11-34. Good fucking God. And he plays them all the time. It's not like me, who I casually play fighting games. This guy is playing them almost full time. And that's his frickin' performance record. You see it? So, that's the point, alright? You understand? I don't want to play the guy so he can make a bag and run away with it. I want to play him so that I can prove I'm better than him. In an actual competitive match, I want him to have motivation to have to beat me, which means he has to actually win the set or win the challenge to get the bag of money. Now, I just take the money and run, and it's a worthless time for everybody. I don't know how people don't understand that. I don't know how you don't get that. And for people who say, well, he beat you in Street Fighter 4, you're right, I think. I don't even know because I don't think I've seen the match, but people say, you guys randomly played one match of Street Fighter 4 over a decade ago and he beat you. Yes, I'm sure there's probably about 5,000 people who have randomly played one match against online and they beat me. I'm sure. Particularly Street Fighter 4, I played a literal ridiculous amount of content of that game because everyone liked it and I made tons of money playing it. But I was never good at Street Fighter 4. I was never a tournament player. I never tried to be a tournament player. I was making casual sets called Badness Series online where I was trying to win with shitty characters like Hakan and Dan. And yes, there were serious sets too where I was trying to win, but I was never good at that game. Never did I even say I was. Right? So, does that prove anything? A random one-off match against the guy over a decade ago in a game I wasn't good at and I wasn't competitive at? No. No, stupid. It doesn't mean anything. So here's what you do. You take all this information, you go back to Kino Casino, and you tell them the only way the match is happening is if he accepts my challenge, and he only wins money if he beats me. That way, he has to fucking play me for real. That's simple. I'm not gonna do any match again or set against him, where he just yakes money for nothing. Or else he's going to lose, he's gonna throw the match and leave. Who would want the fuck to see that? Seriously, who would ever want to see that? Where everyone's just fucking faking it. No, you want to see a real competitive match, right? I was using M. Bison in that Street Fighter 4 set. Oh, dude, I was not good with M. Bison at all in Street Fighter 4. My best characters in Street Fighter 4, first it was Blanca, then it was Balrog for a bit, then it was like Ryu. Zangief I was really good with for a bit, because Zangief was quite good in that game for a while in one of the iterations. And then by the time that... I think the last time I actually tried to play the game competitively or learn the game was Super Street Fighter 4. When they went past that, because I think it was Arcade Edition, and then there was like another 2 versions, I was just fucking with the game. I didn't care anymore. I was just, new version came out. Okay, I'll play it. Let's play the new characters. And I would mess around and make content with it, and then I'd be on to the next game. I didn't really care. And Bison, I never actually learned in Street Fighter 4. Never. I don't know. Dark Chaos says, do you think if you challenged LTG to Tekken 8, would he accept? I don't know. Obviously, I haven't played Tekken 8 in a year and a half. I feel like when we were both actively playing Tekken 8 when it first came out, I was better than him. My Yoshimitsu was fucking pretty good. But then I just dropped it completely because everyone wanted me to go back to Street Fighter, so... you're talking I would have to really work my butt off to relearn the game. Plus, the game has changed completely, right? They rebalanced it, they changed the way it works. That would be a rough one. If you were to say, let's do a match in Street Fighter, right? I could probably do a few streams practicing Street Fighter 6. I'd already be better than him. Seriously, we'd just take a few streams and be sprucing up my game. I know I would be better than him. I'd be able to whoop his ass. Classic Street Fighter, I don't even have to practice. Right now, I could boot up Marvel 2, Third Strike, CVS 2, and literally whoop his fucking ass. There's no challenge there whatsoever. The challenge would be in Street Fighter 6 because he actively plays that and I don't, okay? But if he streams that, I could probably get up to snuff. But Tekken, man, that would be a rough one because I'd have to really play and relearn the game from the ground up since they've rebalanced it and changed the gameplay mechanics. That would be a daunting task. That would be a lot of streams of work. So I don't know about that one. And for the record, LTG is the only guy I'm interested in playing a match like that against. If you could stop at the nonsense people are saying, would you play this guy? Would you play that guy? No, shut up. Stop fucking trying to derail and go to other off-topic things. The thing is, in the case of LTG versus DSP, this is a match that everyone wants and has asked for years and years. Everyone calls him the White DSP. Hey, my name was being dropped during the rivalry between Jay Snyder and LTG. Constantly. I was involved somehow even though I wasn't there, right? That's the match. No other nonsensical matches are even under consideration. They're all fucking waste of time, stupid. Nobody cares about that. Oh, the black DSP. I said the white DSP. I misspoke. I meant to say that people called him the white I can't even do it. I can't even say it. People were calling LTG the black DSP. That's what they were saying back then. Now, let's talk about last night. So yesterday I played Mafia the Old Country all day, right? First stream did very well. First stream we had a great time, chill podcast coming back from my break and then hanging out and playing, we had a good time. Alright? Then all of a sudden, last night, I have no clue what happened. Last night was the better portion of the gameplay that I did at Mafia. There was all kinds of action. There was a crazy driving sequence where you're jumping from cars to horses, you're shooting people, it's crazy action. Then there was a fun segment with a bunch of stealth, but then a bunch of shootouts and action, okay? It actually was very exciting. I liked last night's stream. The game got much better. Attendance was awful. Like, we had less than 200 people on YouTube watching. Kick was low too, and support was abysmal. I had 5 gifted subs and 2 super chats, and we made $30 all night. And I was like, what the hell happened? How does the first stream do so well, and the second stream, which is the same game and actually even better, right, than the first stream, how does it do so bad? Same game, only better, same person playing. You explain it. Can't, right? So, at this point, you get to the point where it's there's going to be times when things, they just don't go well, and I don't think I can really control it. But at the same time, I do have to try to make decisions based on what works and what doesn't. So we are going to continue with Mafia later in the week tomorrow, right? I'm doing it as the day stream tomorrow. Hopefully, since it'll be the day stream, and since it'll be a podcast as well, it'll do well. But I'm not going to be doing full days of gameplay like that. I did a full day of Donkey Kong Bonanza. That didn't work. I did a full day of Mafia. That didn't work. So, like they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. If I keep doing this and it doesn't work, it's my fault. So I'm just not going to do the whole days anymore, even on release day. I'm not going to do a whole day of gameplay of one game anymore. I'm just going to do the one stream, and I'm going to swap over to other stuff, and that way we get the variety that you guys want. Okay? So, I hope that today's stream of Death Stranding 2 and tonight's stream of American Truck Sim will do well. It sucks coming back and having a great stream and then a bad stream. You know what I mean? So, hopefully, you guys will join these streams and hang out with me during the gameplay and support them. So let's get some support right now to start the stream. Who's going to be our first contributor? I've been hanging out with you guys for over half an hour. Let's get some support. Who's going to be our first super chat? Who's going to be our first tip? Who's going to be the first gifted sub over on Kick? Let's go. First contribution of the day. Now let's get our first tip of the day. And let's get our first sub of the day. Sarah says, is it harder to enjoy gaming when you have to constantly think about money and support for your business? You can't play and enjoy a game you want, any game you want. Sarah, I have been doing this for a living since 2011. I literally have not played video games for just fun since 2011. 14 years. And in the 14 years that this has been my job, I have played way more and enjoyed games way more than before. Why? Because it's my job. It allows me to play more games. You see? Now, you're right. I don't have the flexibility to play absolutely anything I want at any given moment, but it does allow me to play way more games than if I had to have a full-time job outside of streaming, then I wouldn't have time to game at all or very little. So, no. Having this as my job actually allows me to play more games The truth is, no one ever fully has control of their destiny because you have, sadly, things you have to worry about in life, like how do I make ends meet? How do I pay my bills? How do I provide for my family? Those are things that are just common things among humans. The only people who don't have to think about that are rich bitches who get everything handed to them by their parents or families. So, sadly, unless you're a rich bitch with a silver spoon in your mouth, you have to work like everybody else out there, which means you just don't get full freedom over what you do with your life. That's the human condition. Alright, come on. Let's get some support for the stream. Let's go. Before we start with Death Stranding, let's get some momentum going here, besides one super chat. Let's get, like I said, what's up with our first tip? Let's get a gifted sub on Kick. Let's get something going. Let's get some initial support. So now we're up to 24 of support and climbing. Still no tips, waiting for our first tip of the day here. So we're at 29 bucks of support as we head into the game. Please, let's get some support rolling. Let's hit the goal today because I barely made anything on last night's entire stream, which really sucked. So please, let's hit the goal on the stream today. We're already doing Truck Sim at night, and Truck Sim has historically done very well getting goals every single time we've ever played the game. So today should be a great day, and it should get us very much closer to DSP tries it. I want to get to 7 out of 10 goals by the end of today. So let's go.